One, two, one, two, three.
So, Gaven, you've had a chance to play it. What's your first impression?
I'd say the first thing is I want one. I mean, it's like having two guitars in one, and if you have two guitars, you got four. So
Right.
it's a lot less space on the bus or van or whatever you're in.
Sure.
And, it's cool.
Well, the way we have it set up here today, you've been playing it in G and then flipping to D or vice versa. It enables you to do other tunings as well. You could certainly do a G minor or even tune to a straight F and raise it to a G. So do you see possibilities, with all these different tunings available at just a flipping of that lever, do you see possibilities there where you'd be able to use that?
Absolutely. I mean, one thing I do on stage, if I don't bring two dobros with me, which a lot of times if you have extra people riding with you is an issue for space, then I'll have to be forced to tune my guitar down on stage, and which takes about 5 minutes. So then whoever's the leader in the band does all the talking's got to fill in that space and talk, and there's that period. Or you carry two dobros with you. You got to be standing there, put this one on a stand, grab another one, so
Right.
it's a time saver for sure.
Sure. You've had a chance to play it where you actually flipped it into another tuning during the song. Tell me a little bit about that. I know I'm putting you on the spot because you
No, that's all right.
literally have only had this thing for about 10 minutes to play it. Tell me about how you felt, how that came about.
Right there in the middle of Fisher's hornpipe, one thing when I play is I try not to play the same break twice or do the same licks over again. So I was playing at a G to begin with, But just the whole tone difference where you're is awesome. So right there during the mandolin break, it gave me time while I was. So right there when I went to the 5 is when I flipped the lever, just in between chops, and that was a really cool thing to do. So.
Nice. That sounds great. Yeah, I could hear the difference of tonality just from playing a very similar melody. Just in those two different tunings gave you a whole different sound.
Right. And the other thing was I was able to, in that D tuning, is to grab those low notes down there. And that's the great thing about the D tuning is you got that beefiness right there at the bottom.
So the way this is set up, this is kind of a package from the end of the peg head all the way to the tailpiece. Up on the tuning, or up on the peg head, we have actual locking tuners. And the nice thing about the locking tuners is, number one, it's holding the string in place when you go back and forth to that other tuning. The wraps around the post are eliminated, so you're not you don't have that potential for the string to go out of tune.
Right.
The other thing that's really nice about the locking tuners is you can change strings really, really fast. You're not winding it up to pitch.
Wow.
And then the other part of the equation is this roller nut that enables the strings that are moving to glide over that nut and meet a minimal amount of friction so that it will stay in tune.
So they're not getting hung up in that bone. And
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. This guitar actually has the Fishman Nashville pickup in it, and it's working great with that pickup system. The strings are gliding right over that bridge, and it stays in tune. And then, of course, back here we have tuners for the other tuning. You have two different tunings on the instrument, so you would tune it with the lever up. You would tune it the peg head, and then for the secondary tuning, you would tune it here. So you basically have two sets of tuners, and that ensures that you're staying in tune.
Okay.
How did you feel when you were playing it? How well did it seem to stay in tune to you?
It was a perfect transition, I'd say. So it's it's no different than if you're just playing without one in regular tuning. So, and you have the ability when it's down to tune with these, so there's no real issue.
All right, very good. Well, thank you very much for coming
problem.
today and
Thank
checking
you.
that out. Really
Yes, sir.
appreciate it.